What's up guys, I'm Eli and this is the official Tesla car camping guide. If this is the first time you've seen one of my videos, you're probably wondering why is this the official guide? Well, that's because car camping is kinda my thing.
When you have to live out of your car, usually you're down on your luck, but my friend Eli actually lived out of his Tesla in Europe for an entire week.
Adventure. This has already been.
Being an avid car camper for the past 4 years, I get a lot of questions. And I'm going to address the most common questions that I get in this video. Those questions include, how does camper mode work? Is my battery going to go dead? Where do you put your stuff? Do you fit comfortably in the car? What do you use for your car bed? And what places do you go and do you like to go car camping? So I've been sleeping on the DreamCase ever since I began this adventure. So let me go show you how to set this thing up. So this is how I travel with the bed. I keep it in quick pack mode. That means the case is already laid out, folded in half, and the mattress is sitting here in this folded position. So when it comes time for me to set up the bed, all I have to do is lay down the seats and fold out the mattress. Then all you gotta do is push up the front seats, throw on the sheets and the duvet cover, and it looks like this. So one of the questions I get a lot from people is, hey, Eli, you're a big guy. Do you actually fit? And yeah, I'm 6'2", 230, and I fit no problem. Oh, hey, sorry, you caught me catching up on the latest episode of The Adventures of Starman. So yeah, I can fit inside this thing no problem. In fact, check how much space there is when I close the hatch. So I don't even have my head all the way at the top, and I still have several inches down at the bottom. In the back of the Tesla Model S, you can comfortably fit 2 adults, 1 adult and a child. Same goes for the Y and the Model X. In the Model 3, you can definitely still car camp in solo, but for 2 people in that vehicle, it's gonna be a little bit tight. So Teslas have this feature built into the car that's designed for the car camping experience. It's called camper mode. Let me go show you how we set that up. So turning on camper mode does a few different things. 1, it keeps Bluetooth on. It also continues to provide power to the USB outlets. And 3, and most importantly, it keeps climate control running. But don't worry, just like Sentry mode, it does have a safeguard though, so that if your car gets to 20% battery or below, camper mode will turn off to make sure that you don't wind up stranded because you are running the air conditioner. To turn on camper mode, go to your climate settings and choose camp. So it's important to configure your climate control so that you're both comfortable and you get the most out of your battery. So the way you do that is you switch it from auto to manual, set your desired temperature, and then adjust your fan speed to 4 or 5. If it's very cold or very hot, sometimes I will set it higher than 5, but typically 4 to 5 is where I leave it for the whole night. The reason I do this is you will use far less power by having it set to a set fan speed rather than auto. And also, I don't like it when there's large fluctuations in the noise of the fan in the middle of the night, because if you're a light sleeper like me, that change in fan sound alone is enough to wake you up. Now, if you're in the car in the middle of the night and you want to change the temperature, there's 2 different ways you can do that. You can reach up to the MCU and adjust it manually, or if you're in a place where you have signal, you can actually use the Tesla mobile app to adjust the temperature of your camper mode. So when you're done for the day and you're ready to go sleep in the car, one of the last things you're going to want to remember is locking the vehicle. So because your keys are going to be on you in the car, it's not going to lock automatically by itself. So there's two ways you can go about solving that problem. You can either reach up across the front to the MCU up there and manually hit the lock button on screen, or if you're in signal range, you can use the Tesla app to lock the vehicle that way. And if you're wrapping up for the night, and at this point, if you haven't yet figured out where to put your stuff, well, the front of the vehicle that you're now not sitting in can store a lot of stuff. In fact, check out everything we have piled in there right now. Got our ice chests up here, got my clothes bags, some extra blankets and pillows, and there's plenty of space for a lot more. So now for the question that I get most often, and that is, if you're running climate control all night, am I gonna wake up with a dead battery or not enough power to get back to the nearest supercharger? And the answer is no, but don't just take my word for it. Let me prove it to you. When I go to bed here at about 9 o'clock at night, I'm going to check the state of charge, and then I'm gonna check it again at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, and you can see just how much range camper mode uses up from an entire night. Okay, so here we go. We're about to set up camper mode for the night. We are currently at 282 miles of range. We're gonna check this out in the morning and see how it's looking. All right, so here we are. Our range now is 252 miles. So only used 30 miles of range throughout the night. So for this test, I ended up only running it for 9 hours because I forgot to check the state of charge till midnight instead of 9 p.m. But still, for 9 hours of full operation, keeping the heat running, we only used 30 miles of range out of a car that's got well over 300. So yeah, it's nothing you really have to worry about for running out of battery late into the night. I hope this guide has been useful, and maybe it's talked you into starting your car camping adventures of your own. If you have any additional questions, I'd be happy to answer them in the comments. And if this video got you started on car camping, please come back and let us know. Until next time, go out and have an adventure.
Hey guys, Eli here from Tesla Owners Club, My Tesla Adventure. And so I'm a huge fan of car camping in my Tesla with my DreamCase, like my all-time favorite activity. Is it going to be possible to get climate control to the back of the CyberTruck?
We'll try to do that.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I agree. That'd be really cool. Yeah.